Hey everyone, happy Friday. Hopefully, you've had a really busy and productive week. It's been a busy week over here at Broken Gold. We've seen a lot of clients this week. I have talked to clients about a range of issues from emotion regulation to childhood trauma to chronic physical and emotional pain to avoidance to patterns in relationships. I have run the gamut this week. It's been wild. I thought that I would maybe talk about something that might be helpful for all of you. I know avoidance is a big topic, comes up a lot in my sessions with clients repeatedly. I see a lot about avoidance out on social media. I'm sure at some point we've all struggled with avoidance, and there's a reason for that. I think in the short term, avoidance works, right? It relieves feelings of anxiety, it relieves us feeling overwhelmed. It helps us to maybe put off something that we don't want to do until later. However, we all know that later doesn't usually come. And over time, avoidance actually has the opposite effect of what we want, which is that it will make us feel more anxious and more overwhelmed. So we want to really avoid avoidance. And one of the best ways that we can do that is to start taking small steps in the desired direction towards the end goal. I'll give you an example. Have a client, they're struggling with avoidance when it comes to getting out of the house for work. In the morning, no problem getting out of bed, no problem getting ready. However, they get downstairs and they get sucked into their phone for an hour or more. And before they know it, they've spent an hour or 2 hours at home when they should be getting to work. Luckily, they have a job where this hasn't been a big issue yet. However, they don't feel good about this pattern and they want to shift it. So one of the things that we looked at was what's a small step that they can take towards the desired behavior, which is getting out the door in the morning. Well, we realized the phone was a big source of distraction. So the small step is let's leave the phone by the door first thing when you come downstairs. That way, you don't have the distraction in hand. And if you want the phone, you gotta go towards the door. By the time you're at the door, you're thinking, I might as well get out the door and go to work. So, small step towards the desired end goal. The desired end goal is getting out of the house to work. The small step towards that goal is to leave the phone by the door. Here's why smaller steps are more likely to help you succeed when you're trying to counteract avoidance. Smaller steps are a lot easier to achieve. You're more likely to accomplish smaller behavioral changes than larger ones. Bigger behavioral changes have the unintended side effect of sometimes being demotivating. I know they seem really great. You're trying to accomplish something, a task, a project, a behavioral change. And so you set a really big, lofty goal for yourself. I'm going to work out 3 days a week or every day. But what happens though is that you're less likely to accomplish that right from the beginning. And when you don't accomplish that, you are going to feel more demotivated. You're going to feel more of a sense of shame about not being able to do what you had set out to do. So, bigger steps are going to be more likely to set you up for failure. Smaller steps, more likely to set you up for success. So, what you want to counteract avoidance, in summary, is you want small steps in the desired direction of the behavioral change that you want, consistently and regularly. Small steps regularly in the right direction. And that's how you can counteract avoidance. If there's things you've been avoiding, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you've found strategies or skills that have helped you counteract avoidance, spread the wealth, share the wisdom. I'm sure that there's other people out there that would benefit from your knowledge. And I would love to hear about it as well. Who knows? Maybe I'll pass it on to a client. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I can't wait to talk to you soon.